Good evening, Smoke Knights. Welcome back. It's time to get more into a rise. Joining me tonight, DJ Anime. They should be able to hear you now.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, I went ahead and...
Are we ready to do some more Rise?
Yes! Chapter 3, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting into this.
Oh, you're getting into the meat of the game now, so...
Oh, yes. Alright, so we got some side questing to do. But yeah, so... I'm hopefully, because... 1,500 for... I don't think I can afford that for a small area. I don't know how small your small area is, but I'm looking for like one room at a time and one big room. I'm hoping to pay like that for the entire basement.
Depends on how big, you know, they have to, when they come out, they'll measure the floor and all that stuff. So, you know.
I had a buddy of mine who was supposed to come out and do it, but he passed away due to, actually it was the vaccine, but not COVID this time. They actually linked it. He was one of the rare ones. But he said he had come downstairs and he was doing all the measurements and said it would probably cost him about $1,200 if we bought all the stuff. I'm like, yeah, he saved us so much money. He was such a good, sweethearted guy. He was an older guy, probably like 50, nice as can be. Yeah. And I'm like, that's just a shame, man. The good one's good. Cyber, good evening, buddy. How you doing? All right, data loaded. Let's do this. Let go. All right. So last time we finished chapter 2. Fought the iguana, chameleon, but you know, lizard. We're gonna start off by what can we do? Oh yeah, we got to go check the whatever they're called, the camp, the farm, the thing.
Oh, you're talking about the farm? This fast travel over there.
Yeah, the training ground.
Go to the ranch. There you go.
All right, yeah, we'll go to the ranch real quick. How's you doing?
Gotta go take care of your farm animals.
How you doing tonight, Cyber? How was your day?
Was quite the little
adventure.
Cyber.
Windy there?
Yeah, it got really windy here. This afternoon, it came pretty good wind. I was kind of like, "Where's all this wind they were talking about?" Oh, never mind.
Got a horse now.
Yep.
All right. I wish you could see when you hovered over them how much their meat you have.
You can check your items to see how much meat you get.
I know, but that's why I wouldn't have to go back and then forth. It'd just be a nice little thing.
Just check to make sure you don't make sure. I think you might have a side quest or something to do now that you've gotten ready to leave. So double check.
Yep, I got 4 of them actually. Playing my usual gotcha game and learning guitar. How's the guitar learning going for you, buddy? Slow and steady?
That's cool.
I tried to self-teach myself. I found like practice things, I had a book. I said I got my bass in there. I got new strings if I ever want to try it. Thought about doing it on stream. I was like, nah. I used to work out on stream, like 30 minutes. The first 30 minutes, I used to do like
yeah, I remember
Ring Fit
those.
Adventure. I thought about bringing it back, but I'm like, that night I stream at night. So I have my sister downstairs and she's like tries to sleep around now, so that don't work. I could anyways. She's not paying rent, so.
I'm not looking forward to tomorrow morning when those guys come to they want to demo this freaking tile. It's gonna be very noisy.
Music notes in the fretboard confuse my mind. Sticking with the taps for now. Small steps, man. Small steps. What was that, Deej?
I said when they come in the morning, they got to demo this tile first before they put the new floor down. That's going to be the noisy part of the whole project.
Hopefully, the tile comes right up, and they didn't put any like glue stuff down. Because I've seen some of the places where they had to use like a super strong like jackhammer thing to rip these things up, and they use flamethrowers and shit to melt the shit. I'm like, well, okay, all right. So.
Well, Ichigo's not going to like all the noise, but you know he'll be upstairs hiding under the bed all day, so you know.
Okay, so we are going to go do some side questing.
Side quest time.
All right, first side quest, the Boris Boar. Speak with Legel in the southeast of the inn and Vicent. All right, go back to town. Oh, I see. Dope. Oh wow, look at that. Okay, one there, one there. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Man, I like that they show you that where they are on the map with the.
Yeah, they do. They're pretty good about showing you where everything's at.
No, my itches. Oh, so slow at work today. I had this
Looks
guy.
You know
like
what's
we made
funny?
it
I
here in
watched
one
Jeff.
piece.
I am Jeff. He finished Cold Steel 4 over the
finally
weekend,
finish it?
and he
Oh.
missed 2 chests.
Oh, I feel your pain. I still need to find out where I missed those chests at.
The thing is, he wasn't using the guide, and he still missed
There
2.
might be
That's
someone
actually
who could use our
impressive.
help.
I followed a guide and missed one. But I think it's got to be near the end. Like, within the last chapter.
I don't know where it was. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I couldn't even tell you where you missed it.
Well, the thing is, like I said, due to process of elimination, if I was to get the guide you showed that said what chest number it was, because that wasn't on mine, I can load up, because I have one at the start of every chapter and at the end of every chapter. So I could go forward or go back if I really wanted to.
Yeah.
And I can find out exactly where or which chapter I missed that at. Because all I gotta do is say, I'm at the end of this chapter, I should have this many chests, proceed on the next, and then know where it's in that range. So I don't have to replay it all.
Alright.
But stick with it, man, and you'll get it down. Like I said, if you have on Valgus' streams, and he's a musician teacher, I'm not saying he'll teach you, but he will definitely help give advice.
Oh yeah, Arcos is a real good person to ask about music.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he teaches a lot of people. That's just another ball zealous. Zealous.
Right.
Mama, you just
Excuse
killed
me.
a man. Put my gun against his head. Yeah, I had a guy come into work today.
Well.
And, he is. He goes bought in 2 and goes, "Can I go to 20 whites and 180 reds?" I'm like, "Sure." But after that, you can't have 20 more whites because I only have 26 of them. If I have other people, you can't have them all. He was my only player. So I slowly dwindled them down. But then I had 3 other players, and then now what I mean by stack is a stack is 20. So I had 1 stack and 4 additional whites. He wanted a whole stack. And so being he goes, "I don't play with green." I'm like, "That's fine." Because I tried to convert one of his red to green because I had 3 stacks of red left. Remember, a stack is red. I'm usually, and if I have 5 players, I need at least 5 stacks of red on my float. So I was down to 3 stacks, and I told him, "I'm going to have to start converting you because you got 4 stacks of my red." He goes, "Well, I don't play with green." I'm like, "I don't care. You can set it to the side and play with the red." He goes, "Well, color me up." I was like, "I'll color you up. I have to have these because I have 2 other seats. If someone sits down, that puts me at 1 stack of red." It's not about you, dude. Yeah, so dealing with him was a bit of a pain. And I have a guy come.
Oh,
We call him
boy.
George Bush. He's just an asshole. And he comes in, and I was messing up on dice. This was yesterday. I was messing up on dice. And he goes, "Man, you could ruin a 1-car funeral thing." And I'm like, "What's that? Progress? The thing where they drive? Possession? Progression? What's that term? Starts with a P." And
Really?
anyways, I was like, "Yeah, I could," with a smile on my face too. And I just laughed at him. I was like, "You're trying to insult me. I already know I'm messing up. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. I'll just go right back at you." So he got mad and left. So we made the biggest joke of the day.
Good.
So every time someone got mad, I was like, "Don't worry, man. I can ruin a 1-car funeral."
What the?
But
Seriously?
I get more upset with that game. I don't like craps at all. Dice. I don't like it at all. It's too fast paced for me. I have no control over it. And when I'm on that table, I stress out. Like, I don't have anxiety until I'm on that damn table. So I can do almost anything with no problem. A little stress, but it's fine. A little bit. But then when it comes to that game, I'm like, "Fuck! I want to do this." And they all know it. But alright, Borscht Boar. Let's go pick up this other one real quick. Oh, it is a boss. I should be okay. Considering I beat the dragon and he's 25 and I'm... What level am I? R2? 24. So yeah, I shouldn't have too much issues with this guy.
I hear a voice. Somebody's asking for help.
You're hearing voices. You might want to get checked out.
You okay?
Let's see. I'll pick up all these quests. I'm gonna knock them out.
Mm-hmm.
Completely vanished. Oh. Let's see what we can do.
Huh?
I kind of like her playstyle. I like the defensive. I just gotta use her more to build her up more skills.
Here we go.
And when I finally get that experience, I guess accessories or something like that, you can equip to gain more experience. And then there's the food. I'll definitely grind up some levels.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's 2 here. Where's the next one? The palace. The library? Yeah, port to the library.
Oh, this is a book. Oh, that's the book quest. Oh boy.
Eat a book. Eat a book.
That quest might take you a little while to finish because you might not be able to finish it till the end of toward the end of the game or toward
Really?
the middle of the
It's
game.
like the clothing guy?
Yeah, kind of. It's one of those quests where you gotta like bring her certain books and all that craziness.
There's a library. It's downstairs. Yes. Alright, so we just find books as we periodically play.
You already have some books, so you can always see what she asked for. You might already have a couple of books, but the rest, some of the other ones, you might have to go get or come back to and get.
Alright.
I see someone who looks troubled about something.
A little compassion.
No compassion.
Oh?
Seems like you're in a rare book there.
Yeah.
I am, yes.
Yes. Why?
Why are you using a precious book? I use it to feed
Yeah, I
my
know,
fire
right?
too, lady. I would totally tell her that. Make great toilet paper.
What?
So if he gave up being a lord, who's running the place? Wasn't there like a counselor or something now?
Somebody's running the place while he's gone.
Yeah. Got it.
He's so tall compared to Renwell, though.
He is. He's a massive. She's that tiny. She's like 4'6". All right, 4'6". 5'6". He's like 6'8". I like 6'5".
Great.
You might already have a book to give her. I have no idea, so.
Develop file.
See what she's asking
I
for. I don't know
hate
what
that
you got.
woman.
Secrets of the Stars. That's an old, beaten-up book you have there. Where the hell I picked that up?
Who knows?
Well,
Oh, okay. It was just what's on her, I guess.
yeah.
What you have to
sadly-
give her, I think, are books that you could that that Renwell that you can make, like her weapons. Those are the books. A couple of those are books that you have to give to that lady.
I got something. Hey.
Well, you gave her something.
Yeah, unlocked a new thing. Max AG. You get Freeze Lance. Ooh, nice. You get Celestial Hammer. Nice. More spells. Mid-air jump. It's almost done with that one. 600. Well, more spells are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll pick up, oh, she has too many lightning. She has 2 elements on it. We'll pick that one up. Fang. below. Anyone near completion? We get chain battle bonus. Increase BG at the start of battle. There's just so many good ones. Super smart.
I know. You'll be able to get them all eventually. What I usually do, I let my SP like accumulate to like a certain amount and then try to spend points because that way you can get them all. Try to get as many as possible you can.
Alright. So what gives me attack? Defense. Resistance. Fleet-footed enemies nullified. I guess I'm just going to really learn that as I go.
You'll unlock those later.
The solo. And then sub-quest clear. Delum, big game hunter.
Yeah, it's a quest.
So, let's do that one.
A lot of his attacks are like earth. He does a lot of earth attacks. So.
Ooh, he's got resurrection too.
Yes, he does. He's like he can be if you don't want to use Xion, you pull him in there and.
Yeah, close range healer. Let's see. 450. Let's see. Allows you to counter edge by pressing R1 upon defeating an enemy. Crescent's Moon. She does need more abilities. Alright.
I mean, Alphen's got a lot.
He has elemental attack.
There you go.
Plus 3.
You're getting there.
Slow and steady. Okay. Yeah, stick with the
don't think I'll
with
ever
it, man,
quite warm
and
up to
you'll
her.
get it down. It may not be
But I can
like
respect her
the
passion
best
for
in the
books.
world, but it doesn't matter as long as you enjoy it.
You've got a
I'll
good
talk to
sense
her.
for
I think you
people,
gotta talk.
don't you,
Looks to me
Johaleen?
like you gave her a whole bunch of stuff
You
there,
honor me
but
with your kind words.
does she want? What else does she
That
want?
can't be. No.
Oh, wow!
Look at him. He's like,
Oh my
really?
god!
He's blushing and everything.
Oh, I forgot about Law.
You get inside your for? Am I?
I am.
All you boys are the same. No, don't get yourself down. You're so cute when you be angry. Aw. Wouldn't you agree, handsome? Yeah, lighten up, Renwell.
Oh god!
Those two are totally going to be a couple later.
Oh.
Just wait till later in the game with those two.
Some rosemary.
They don't become a couple, but there's a lot of moments like that, like that.
Oh, it's the best for you.
Oh.
Huh? No way.
Hey.
Since I have this one,
You apparently already have some stuff to give her, so.
Secret Stars, default weapon. We got natural bounty. Team Watcher, Radiant Lights. All the above books are craftable before you even accept this subquest. The final book isn't unlocked until much later in the game, and you'll have to come back to finish it.
Yeah, that's the yeah.
So
It's
it's
just
all
like the
crafted.
fashion quest.
So I probably don't have. Well, we just got the rosemary. We got the happy bottle. Okay, so we should get magic emblem or rosemary, red rosemary. So whatever one we get, we need the other one.
Yeah. Okay, you've given her all the stuff you can give her now. You'll have to
Okay.
come back and do it later.
So taming waters and radiant light is what we have to make eventually.
Yeah, you'll have to come back to that later.
Yeah, that's fine. Highway has a quest. And we also
What's in
gotta
the
go north
quarry?
here. So it's over there. We'll do this first. I gotta run north. I've been up here farming, but there's a CP thing up here too I never picked up.
You finally made it.
Oh God, this place.
I've been up here though. I've been up here a few times.
Do you sense one of your
There's a
friends, Hoodle?
Yeah, there's an owl there somewhere around there.
Make sure to heal.
I think it's off to the right.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Tomato, tomato.
10 tomatoes. God Lord. Okay, Hoodle, where's his owl?
Right there.
Right there.
Giggle glasses?
Giggly glasses.
Look, Poodle. One of
You found 20 out of 38 owls. Good job.
Already?
Yeah.
It's so fitting and so racist. It looks Chinese. Could you imagine every cutscene with those things on?
No.
No wonder they're called giggle glasses. All right.
There's Basil's giggle glasses and freaking Persona 4 Golden Knight that they give you.
So that's the boorish thing. What's that?
I have no idea.
It's danger, danger. Find out. Alright, let's see. So we're gonna keep that on. Walking Crag. I think it's the Crag Monster. Bellum Big Game Hunter. I think so. We need to do that one too. Level 25 Gigant. Wow, got a couple boss fights here.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it. I'm right next to a resting point. Ooh, up there.
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We go to the campground too.
Hello.
Let's see. So we can craft the other weapons.
Huh.
Everyone's having Zula problems.
Everybody's having Zoogle problems.
Right not, I shall handle this situation. Considering how beastly you were before, now you're gonna be weak as hell.
Kisara.
Right.
Right.
This unlocks his next thing. Okay. So, we'll have to save it. There you go, that campground. By the time this is done, this way we can turn on the other two books. Oh, he's spawned.
Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap!
Oh, that's the big beast thing you gotta fight.
Like she's like peeking at it. All right, not that one. Is it this one? That one. Give that a save.
Make sure you use what's his face? Dulhalim in this fight.
Oh yeah. I need to recover my CP. Or what? Yeah, that's it.
Put Dulhalim in and take out like
What,
Shion.
Yeah. That's
There you
what
go. Yeah, flip him. Yeah, that'll work.
All right. So he doesn't have a lot of abilities though, but we're gonna try that.
No, but he has a great boost strike with Alphen.
Okay.
That's one of my faves.
All right. So we need to run over here.
You can
You
check to
guys
see if
wanna
you can
rest
upgrade
here?
his weapon and all.
Yeah, we're about to do a few things here. Forge weapons, craft. Wow. We need both of
You
these.
can get the silver sword, the owl.
Yeah. Astral mass. All right, so we need one. Oh, not that one. We need. Oh, we have a radiant light. I'm looking at the book. So return to nature's beauty, taming waters we need, and a radiant light. We already got radiant light. Maybe I returned all three of them then. So we need this one.
Or
Yes.
she saw them anyway.
Yeah, and then get one of those.
I have no idea what. Oh, you don't have any stuff to make his stuff yet.
Not
Oh
yet.
man.
Because we'll get all his. God, look at that increase in the next area.
Yeah, his weapon can get really strong. So can Alphin's. If you look
I
at
see.
Alphin's, like
There's the long sword.
if you get the refined Gale wing, you can get that. Can you get that?
Not yet. I need the wind sep mine, but a ground fang. So we will need one of those.
Yeah. Go ahead and make the the ones you don't. The older weapons are pretty cheap to make, so
Yeah, as long as I have.
you're getting to the part of the game where you have to have like the older weapons to make the good shit.
But it is nice that I can.
Her shields are really cool looking. Now you don't have any money.
Oh yeah, it's fine. All right. So basically, I got to make sure we keep up with her books.
Mhm.
But right now we have all that. Okay. That's fine.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
Time to take a nap.
I think you have that, but you need. Let's see what to put on him. Max health, maybe. Keep him alive. No, she has it. Pierce, penetration.
Anything that's going to be good. Anything good. Anything that like increases any kind of stats on him is good.
I'll try to move. All right. So recover and go fighty fight. Fighty fight.
This realm doesn't seem like such a bad place to camp in.
Yeah, there's lots of plants and wildlife here.
I know, and it all looks freaking delicious too!
Who said anything about eating them?
All right. What can we make? Attack up might not be too bad. I think I probably want more in the defense when I'm fighting a boss, though. HP heals after battle. More drop items. Elemental defense.
You got some new recipes. See if you can make those.
That leaf wrap fish I can't make yet. I need a sea bream.
You got the
there's
gnocchi.
experienced
Was it
fish.
gnocchi,
Ooh, I
gnocchi,
need to find more
gnocchi,
of
whatever?
those. And that gives me XP boost.
Get the what's the cheese fondue?
Earn combat points up.
Gnocchi would be good. The one right under vegetable.
Maybe. Double ingredients for 90% to cooking. For 90% to cooking.
You could have Kasara make it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll try that one.
Looks perfect and tastes just as good.
Yeah, Kasara.
Oh, long.
Ooh, you talked to Laura Kasara.
Let's talk for a bit.
Let's talk for a bit, Mama.
Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
It's the first time we've ever talked
That's
to her.
because we had no other relatives. So it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol. The one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'm now
I'll take
closer
watch
with
tonight.
her.
It's okay.
All right, we got ads coming up, so go ahead and push that
Before
button.
we go, do you guys have
I'll
everything?
probably go up to start the boss fight while it works. All right. Yeah, we'll get a little bit closer. I'm stuck. Fuck. This is actually one of the fights we did in the demo.
Yeah.
Because this, the dragon, and I think it was the mantis too, right?
The what now?
The 3 fights. I think it was the mantis, the boar. The boar
And the
was
dragon.
outside. Because you had to fight the boar on the outside. Because you had to fight the 3 before the new ones went in. Or something like that. Alright, so. That's all good. That's all good. Let's go fight us a boar.
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
On your knees. Eat this!
If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay? One last one.
Charge!
Flashing parts their weak point.
I'm such a failure.
Wow, man.
Charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get the mic.
Got it! I'll leave it to
He's
you!
just gonna sit there and charge.
One more.
Imbue this vanquished soul with life.
Double demon fang! Defeat this itch!
Here
It's
goes.
hard.
Bullseye. Raging cascade.
That dude just literally wiped out 2 of my characters.
Not my finest.
He just wiped out Law
Like
too.
all of them. Holy crap.
Raging cascade.
Oh no!
Bitch, I will beat you down like this.
Bullseye.
Oh my god, dude. You're
I got
doing
you. I
it.
got you. I got you. Come on. I got you.
You know
Give
you
it
can
a
take
time.
the dead people out and put the 2 in the reserve back in your party.
I forget how to do that. Oh, really? That's so dumb.
There you go.
Take that. I'll bring you back from death to going in.
Worth a shot.
One more. Bullseye. The close one. Right back
Bitch,
at
please.
Actually, Kasara might be a good one to have in here. She can like use that shield.
Why are they fucking dodges? Oh, it got me.
We got you that time.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm only getting started. Dance in the wind. Air thrust. Dance in the wind. I'll heal you all. Air thrust. Dance in the wind. Air thrust.
Aim for the horns. That's his weak spot.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. I can do that.
I really owe you one.
Dance in the wind. Air thrust. Tiger blade. Not in your dreams.
Now you see what I can do.
I'm gonna use hers.
Freeze Lancer. Take that. Bullseye. Dance in the wind. Air thrust.
I'll finish you here and now.
Dance in the wind.
Ooh.
Close one.
Ha ha.
Oh god! Holy crap! You dodged that
Dance in the
whole.
wind. Here. Shield. Take it.
Over here. Come on. Come on. You can do it.
Tiger blade. Blah blah blah. Magic crossblade. Dance in the wind.
It's like a bull, and you're trying to be the matador. It's like
I'm
come
wearing
on,
red.
baby, charge.
I'm wearing red. Law, stop dying.
Dance in the wind. From Air thrust.
Look, bitch, you're supposed to dodge him.
First aid.
I'm on it.
Over here. Come on. I got you. Come on. Charge, charge, charge. Woo! Oh, he got me. Oh,
Yeah,
it hurts.
that woo-hoo
It hurts.
nuts,
Oh my
man.
god, it hurts.
Dance in the wind. Air thrust. Dance in the wind.
Ready and ready.
Sealed.
I'm just trying to get him to run.
First strike.
Hey, that. Glacial spear. Blah blah blah. Magic crossblade. Freeze Lancer. Here, let me help. First aid.
I'm such a failure.
Fuck.
Oh my god! You're getting wrapped.
Picture of hell.
Ha! Dance in the wind! I can't heal you forever! Dance in the wind!
That's where you done
Ugh.
it. Whirlwind snare.
Come on, over here, buddy. Over here. Come on,
Here
come
I
on.
go.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Back into the fray!
Come on. No, dodge him, dodge him, dodge him.
Just getting
Oh, shit. God damn it, Law.
Dance in the wind! Radiant air thrust! I'm out! Back into the fray!
Come on.
Annihilation! Close one! Right back at ya!
Oh, God, he got it twice. Shion!
I'll end this with my own hands!
Fine. Fine, we'll do it. Is that peach gel? No. It's, all those.
Better!
Oh,
I'll
run
bring
away.
you back from death's abyss! Here goes! Hesitation! Magna ray!
You can do it. You can do it.
Hear me! Flaming dance in the wind!
Boost it!
Demons descend. Flashing bang.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Ooh, that knocked him for a loop.
Air thrust!
Leon, you got 1 bar of health.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
I'm just trying to make sure that. Oh, fuck.
Now
Come on.
you're getting
Come on.
serious?
You can do it. Come on, charge at me. Charge at me. That's all I need, buddy.
Air thrust!
You got this. Come on. Take him out. Whoa! Oh, jeez. Oh, he got him twice! Little shit. I was expecting 2 of them.
You're like, come at me, bro!
Yeah, come at me, bro. Kick my ass.
Been a smart.
Run away! So he charges twice. All right.
Going in.
Radiant dance in the wind! I'm out of it! Air thrust!
I let my guard down.
Assholes.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Dance flame! Reload!
Come on. You can do it.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Takes a lot to recharge, doesn't it?
Just what the doctor ordered! Ready!
Well,
Oh
that
no, everybody's
sucks.
dead but you!
Come on, buddy. Charge at me. Wow! Shion.
What was I thinking?
I don't know, but stay away from me.
I'll heal you all!
Don't charge at me.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! The enemy is going all out!
Come on. Charge. It's alright. I know you're going to charge twice.
Healing circle! Hey, that...
Come on. You can do it. Come on. Charge at me, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. Whoa, bitch! Dodge ya. Run away.
My god, Leon just got rolled over.
I swear, Law. Run away!
Yeah, you
gonna ride the wall.
You're not fighting a giant like beast thing like this.
Oh my god. And she's using so much CP. Ugh. I could have all range. Nope. Done.
I can't
Damn it.
feel anything.
Damn it. If only I...
Wow, he just hit so fucking hard.
Yeah, he does. Mm-hmm.
been more
Ugh.
swallow dance.
Glacial spear. Pierce evil. Dance in the wind. Air thrust. Dance in the wind. Air thrust. Into the dance in the wind. Air thrust. Annihilation.
Armor won't save you.
Dance in the wind. Annihilation.
Here he comes!
Ooh!
Dance in the wind.
You dodged that sucker!
I'm back into the... Dance in the wind. Air
Just
thrust.
everyone's fucking dying. One hit. God damn, dude. You're killing me. Literally. Oh, it got me. God damn you. That's all my
Oh
calories.
no, everybody's dead.
Damn it.
No!
Alright, gonna recharge. I need more range. Recovering part defeats. That's why I
I've
saved
still
it
got
Let's
beforehand.
go to camp.
No. Because I lost all my islands, remember? Right?
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, I didn't mean to go my title screen. It's alright. Alright. So maybe I'll have to focus on using the shield girl. Just have like constant defending. Mahag Saar, I'm just gonna put your ass in a corner and let everyone beat you down. Alright. So. Although he was nice, I want range. She's got the big one, so we'll try that for now.
That's not your run of the mill.
It is not. Round 2.
Enemy.
I'm gonna poke your butt.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Burning glacial spear. Piercing
I'll take out the legs with my shield.
lightning orb. Raging cascade. Field. Here. Get on in there with the others. Our expert coming through.
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara. Going in.
Yeah, Kasara can stop his charging
Look sharp.
by doing just like that.
Searing flame.
Going in.
Flame of fury.
One more.
Burning strike. Glacial spear. Tempest evil.
That didn't stop it.
Going in. Flaming meteor.
Here I go.
Gale force. Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
Double demon prepare to be rising wyvern.
This one's mine. Where's the shot? Time to shine.
Let's get you
All
all
right.
tucked away.
Now we'll work on it.
This one's mine. Of watch and weep. Wind astral
Ignite.
energy. By the power of water.
On guard.
Double demon
One more. Tiger blade.
Into the dark. There you go. Don't let up. Time flat. Annihilation.
And a little bit better than that. Oh!
This
Well,
one's mine. This one's mine.
It's weakened. Lightning.
This one's mine.
Spear. Pierce evil.
Tiger blade.
Stay away from my friend.
did you kill her? Oh my god.
I'll bring
Yeah.
back from death to
Demon
this.
fang. Sonic
Resistance the wind.
Never mind.
Oh,
You're
it
healed
was
now.
open. Yeah, I saw her recovering, so I just went with it.
Reload.
Will this one's mine.
Dragon swarm.
Healing
Down.
Come on, man. You need to focus on me.
Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Sleep now. Resuscitation.
Here, let me help.
Lightning
meteor.
Up and at 'em. Let's go.
This one's mine.
Back into the
Turbine.
Annihilation.
Raining slash.
Hear me. Flame of fury.
Demon fang.
Oh, got me.
Dance in the
This
wind.
one's mine. Alpha.
Commander of heavens.
Phoenix Cyclone.
Here's a healing arc. Astral energy.
Love that.
And just like that, I'm back in it. Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done.
Ooh, she's got special. Do her art. You can do her like mystic art.
Lightning meteor.
Hurricane
The power of light. They're not ready to. I'll take you all off.
I mean, she hit healing once because I fucked up. But it's alright.
Flare Demolitor.
Damn.
This one's mine.
Sword Ring Alpha.
Here's a healing arc.
On guard.
Rising wyvern. Lunar Rondo.
Better be safe. Let's go and use an orange gel.
Good call.
Rising phoenix.
If I had to use it sometime. Lightning meteor. Going in. Nothing gets by me.
Oh, got me.
You can bring your reserves in to do their like special attack thing if that'll help you.
Sword Ring Alpha.
Oh, you mean? Oh, that. Yeah.
Do they not teach you to say thank you, Indiana? Not to a Renan, they don't.
I'll be saving you. Tiger Blade! Eternal Denied!
Look sharp! One more!
Go in! In here!
Didn't mean to do that one. That's okay.
Now you're getting serious?
I never miss!
Her guardian field is like a healing healing crap for her.
Can't hit it! Here comes the big one!
Oh, we got us.
Sorry!
Come on!
Wait a minute.
Just what the doctor wants! Healing in the wind! And gone! Annihilate! Take it down!
Your own armor won't save you! Dragon Swarm! Flaming Sonic Thrust!
Glacial Spear.
Here's evil! Lightning orb! Freeze laser! Art expert coming through!
Flaming Meteor!
Sword Rain
Alpha! You require
I'll heal you all!
Slap! Tiger Blade! Sonic
Healing circle!
Did you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
Down in there with the others!
Flaming Meteor!
I'm out of ammo! Wind
Flaming Meteor!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Far enough!
This will come in handy.
Where are you going?
You almost got him.
Wind astral energy!
This one's mine!
Alright, power
Anything in armor is all mine!
Now!
Got her. Much easier than the first time because I used her. Revenge. Revenge, bitch. Revenge. All right.
That firepower of yours is really something.
I could say the same.
Time to go recover.
I hate camping out.
I don't. All right.
I love Shion. I hate camping out. She says it all the time, every time.
This realm doesn't seem like such a bad place to camp in.
Yeah, there's lots of plants and wildlife
Defense
here.
probably would have
I
been a better
know,
one for that one.
and it
So,
all looks
mental
freaking
defense.
delicious
Sorry.
too.
Let's see. Still probably got time.
Who said anything about eating them?
Yeah, we're gonna. What's my next one? Gigant. Earth base. Another astral flower. So let's do a little. Do attack up.
Beef stew would be good.
It's after battle though. I'm using it for a battle. So I'm looking for defense or attack. Elemental defense. I'll try that one. Yeah, omelet. Gives me some defense up.
This looks perfect. Guaranteed to hit the spot.
Yeah, I'm not sure what spot it's hitting, but sure. All
I'll
right.
see you again tomorrow.
Next up, I'm back in Alpha Reapers.
Well,
Two
off we go.
fiends are extremely dangerous to close range attackers, so it's probably a good idea to remove Law from the active party and stick with Shion, Rinwell, and Curator. And this will minimize the damage to your AI-controlled members. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, so basically sticking with that. All right. I don't think I've saved it yet since beating that guy. So look at that. We're gonna save. Okay. Now where's this one at? Probably. Oh, over there. It's on Big Game Hunter. Alright, so. This is a level 25. Yeah, so it's about the same as the dragon. Leave me alone. Oh,
Got a bad feeling about this.
bigger
one.
dragon. Alright, I think I'll probably use Curator again. She's good at defending.
Me too. Better keep our distance.
You are a big boy.
Oh god, this thing.
Out of our way.
Alright, so we need to focus on you guys.
You wanna play? Then come at me!
Those aren't even natural.
What you doing?
Tiger blade! Swallow blade! Looking for the weak point! Try this!
Going in.
One more!
Seal.
Double demon fang!
Look sharp.
Take this! You've got a knack for battle. Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah! And the pummeling to me!
Fear.
Look sharp!
Energy. Raging
Look sharp!
Spread. Dance in the wind. By the power of the water.
Now you see what I can do! Look sharp! Take this!
Going in.
Take this!
Up and
Jumping around, don't you?
Yes, he likes to jump.
Look sharp! One more!
by the power of water.
The power of light! I'm ready to go!
Poor Renwa.
I still got some light help.
Here I come!
First aid.
One more! This one's mine!
Lightning
On
orb.
guard.
Lightning
Going in.
You're
Demon fang! Double demon fang!
Power of water.
So all you do is jump around?
Look sharp! That's it!
He likes to jump, yes.
Ready and rip! On guard! Thanks, she Here I come! Demon fang!
Annihilation. Sweet now.
Armor won't save you!
I'll be
Rising
going in.
Wyvern!
I would try to use
On guard!
Yeah.
your new guy.
He's probably bringing him instead of him. Try, but I don't want him all lumped up because he's melee.
Huh?
He's melee, isn't he?
I don't know if he's melee or not. I mean, he does. He has. I can't remember what he actually does.
Arts. We'll try this.
You can control him and find out.
It's wide open! It won't escape me! That's it! Flaming meteor! On your knees!
He kind of stays away from the battle, if you notice.
Rising Wyvern!
God damn it, Alvin.
This is my fault. Can you take it? Alright, let me at it! On guard! That's it! Look sharp! One more!
Lightning
Flaming meteor! No chance! Look sharp! Resonate with
Jolene just healed him.
This will come in handy.
This one's mine! Double demon fang!
Going in.
Lightning orb.
Can you take it? That's it!
One at a time.
Elusive deity!
Wind astral
This one's
energy.
all mine!
Going in.
Take this!
Lightning
Now
raging
you see what I
cascade.
can do! Elusive deity! I'll face you! Double demon fang! Tiger blade! I'll take you all on!
Smack his ass down.
Flare Demolition!
Stupid monkey.
Oh, boosted with Goldgleam! Oh man!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Oh yeah, that's right. I got him. Oh, I was thinking about it.
Well, Alphen and Goldgleam have one of the best like boost strikes that I like, in my opinion.
Guardian Field! It looks like we made a match! Here I go! Heal!
Going in.
Megasonic Thrust!
The strike.
Look sharp, everyone! One more! Light. Too slow! Now I let my guard down!
Oh, he got her. He got me.
Uh-huh. He got you that time.
Alright, let's do this.
Beyond! Imbue the...
Switch. Not really.
Thanks, I let my guard down!
Damn it.
Goldgleam can heal her.
Yeah. Survivor too.
He's got that resurrection spell.
Yeah, he'll probably do it, but
From
I
beyond!
don't need them dying in the process.
Sleep
From
now.
beyond! Imbue this vanquished soul with love! Resuscitation! Destruction! Eternal devastation!
There you go.
Begin!
Going in.
Benediction light! I let my guard down!
Come on.
Won't lose!
He just jumped on you.
He's crushing me. Alright, Shion. You have better heals.
He's got more HP than Shion does.
Maybe she has better heals.
Well, he's got the same heals she does.
No, she doesn't. He doesn't have that AoE heal.
Oh, he doesn't have the circle, but he's got the resurrection.
Yeah.
Alright, it's showtime!
Rising Wyvern!
Air thrust!
I don't have much left. Here.
Thank you.
That's what I wanted to do. The wrong one. Sorry.
No hearts are being interrupted. In here.
No further!
This will come in handy.
Benediction light.
Armor won't save you. Go in. One more.
I never miss.
One more.
Here's another.
Nothing gets by me. Look sharp.
Thunder field.
One more.
Can't move!
Raging
Come
Cascade.
on.
Make it in time.
Look sharp.
Dance in the
I
wind.
switched him out with Elfin. Not Elfin. Shion.
Here.
On guard.
Handy.
On guard.
I'll bring you back from death to
meteor.
lightning condemned. Thunder blade. See what can handle.
The enemy's on the run.
We
got him where we wanted. It's time to end this battle. Far enough.
Fury.
Here it comes. Focus.
On your toes, everyone.
CP
I let my guard down.
Jesus.
There with the others. I'll bring you back from death to this. Oh, magic blade. I'll heal you all. Go get it.
Going in.
Raging Cascade.
Circle.
Thanks.
Here, Guardian.
That's not what I wanted.
Let me out.
Mega ray. I'm ready.
Flaming meteor.
Annihilate. Lightning. Lightning.
Flaming
Shatter
meteor.
your dreams.
No chance.
Here's a healing
Carve
arm.
through armor! Can't get out of this!
Here, let me help.
On guard.
I owe you one. In here.
Flaming meteor.
Not today!
Look sharp.
I never miss.
Go, 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 go!
I'm impressed.
Ah, just he's at 1 HP.
Moving back! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
Ah, God, awful. I gotta eat that.
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
Alright, back. Holy crap! But it's alright. They're fun fights, even though I rage a little. Alright.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
What? How's that a word?
Huh?
Judging by the stench. Oh. You said all the animals, you lying bastard. I'll do it big. Yes, I want to rest. It's alright, more CP. Alright, so we got that one. We got walking crag.
It's important to get your rest.
No.
Make sure to get some
You know, you
rest.
can't
Jump
talk
around
to people
everywhere.
even though there's not a thing there.
I know, but they don't really do anything. They just sit there and don't do anything.
All right, guys. Ready
Well,
to
I
go?
mean, talking to them then eventually leads into like getting closer to them.
Right, when there's the marker thing on it, but I've tried
The
a
marker's
couple
not
of
going to
times.
be there unless you talk to them, though.
No, when they have that little message bubble, that's when you get the clip. If you don't talk to them, they just sit there and they don't do anything.
All right.
Oh,
You had
show
one for
real
Law,
quick.
but you didn't do it, so.
Oh, Law showed up with the little question mark bubble?
Well,
Didn't see
you
it.
had a choice between him and Kasara, and then you
Want
picked
something to munch on,
Kasara
Hooter?
over
Right.
Law, so.
But the message bubble's not up this time.
Yeah, because you missed that opportunity.
Right, but it will come back on the next. It will come back.
All right.
No, I don't want to rest. Let's sleep one more time.
You should get some shut-eye.
Because I'd done other ones while I was grinding. Because after a while, a few resting
I think we've
attempts, the
rested
other
long
ones pop
enough. Let's keep moving.
up. Alright, so we got this one. No, Zoe, don't you do it. The quarry laborer near the bridge to the quarry. Alright, so we're going to look.
Go ahead and turn that quest in that had the
Yeah, I will.
over there.
We'll do that one, and then we'll do the one in Vicent as well. Zoe, go away. You guards are pathetic. You just let that boar sit out there. Twee. Really? You should be able to jump over that. Alright, so this also unlocks his thing. She looks pregnant.
Good.
Uh-huh.
Really now.
Yes, SP and money. Alright. Alright. Increase rod extension length? Oh, okay.
Yep, you can. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes, regen. That will make him far better. Let's see. Lionheart. Sport arc that temporarily raises the allies' AG. According to recovery speed for Sephiroth. Oh, that's nice. It's a support buffer. Alright, what can I do? What can I do? What's going to finish off? Anything near finishing off? Devastation. Aerial strike. Over limit extension. Shockwave slash. Sorry, guy on Earth one. We'll do that one. She's missing. Oh wait, we just got her. That's why. All right. 65. We'll finish that one. Elemental attack. Very nice. Alright, anything near completion? That one. So resistance. That one. Get you elemental attack. You completed that one. Increase AB at the start. Then we'll do 800 to finish out that one for 20 attack. And you have 0. Even though I just turned in some quest. Alright, so I gotta go to town. I wonder if there's any food to get bonus SP.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I have livestock that reach maturity.
Okay.
Seriously?
Well,
What the?
Gotta step up my game. Money! Basically replenishes the items I used. Alright. Let's see. I'm already at it, so let's go to the... in here. Go turn that one in. I think that's 4th. We just come back in with the last book. Much later. Time to buy a turbo speed.
Why?
Whoa!
Can't turn eyes
Watch
away.
it.
From what? I'm talking to you. Quit trying to butt in.
Hey.
He's a growing boy. Magic Emblem. Raises magic elemental attack. Wow, very nice. Alright, so we got the rosary. I don't think... We got the red rosary? I'll check. Items. Titanium. Gel. Yeah, red rosary. And we got a rosary. So we got the radiant light turned in. We got that one turned in. Then we got the rosary and the secrets of the stars. Yeah, so we should have all 4 of them. And then the last one's not till later in the game. Lucky bingo. Yeah, there you go. Boost her magic attack. Shoot penetration. Booster resistant. Oh no. Put the luck on him. Alright, that'll do. Now. One more fight.
We've reached our
28 boss.
destination.
God darn it. Slow enemy relies more on brute force and agility. As such, you'll want to keep all AI characters out of its reach. Meaning, don't bring Law or Dolan. Dolan in this fight. The good news is that the Flamebreaker, as the name implies, is weak to water elements attacks, making Rimwell the perfect mage for the job. With Curator at the ready to stop his charge attacks. Since the Flamebreaker weak point is the... Okay. Alright, so... Basically... that team. This guy might kick my ass.
Well, yeah, he might.
You can tell it's tough just looking at it.
That's strong. I'm scared.
Yeah, it'd probably mess us up.
Oh. Here it comes! Oh my god, it's so big.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Lightning contend with the shadow. Thunderblade. Metal Ray. You have to enter the right area on their back.
Surprise! Look sharp! One more!
Aim for
On
the weak
guard!
spot.
Leave the charge to your hand!
Its armor's too strong.
Then I'll split it open. Be my guest.
I can't see it.
Going in!
Into the shadows.
Sonic Throw. Now you see what I can do. Rise to
There
weapon.
with the others.
Rising Phoenix.
This one's mine!
Mega Sonic Thrust. Dragon Swarm.
This one's mine! Flaming meteor!
Mine.
Up and at 'em. Let's go.
On guard!
There you go. Don't let up.
Oh god, this thing's got a lot of HP. Holy shit.
Coming through. Searing flame.
Going in!
In the sky.
It's
Here's the
mine!
raging cascades. I'll heal you all.
Flaming meteor!
Dance in the wind.
Rise
Here's
to weapon.
Not done.
Hey, look! Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
On guard! Take this! Mega Ray! Flaming meteor! Turtle
Raging
On
cascades.
guard!
In here.
Didn't catch it. Ren, stay the fuck back!
On guard! That's it! Flaming meteor!
Burn in hell.
Lightning condemned.
On guard! Take this! Will this help? Going in! Take this! On guard! Far enough! Appreciate!
Raging cascade.
And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
Here, let me help.
Tempest whirl.
Going in.
Thunderblade.
Going in.
It's weakened.
Flaming meteor.
This ends now! Smash you!
Thank you. Tempest
Flaming
whirl.
meteor.
Can't see. Oh fuck! Couldn't see that.
Raging cascade.
On guard. One more. Flaming meteor. Look sharp.
Okay,
One more. Air thrust. Lightning condensed.
No chance. This one's mine. That's it. Flaming
Come back.
meteor. Look sharp.
There it is.
One more.
Lightning
This
condensed.
one's mine. This one's mine.
Did you just heal me?
Flaming meteor.
Right.
Tiger blade.
Raging cascade.
Plenty left.
I'll smash you!
Steel. Flame.
One more. Nothing gets by me. This one's mine.
Astral energy.
Say no more.
Glacial spear.
Pierce the evil. Raging cascade.
Flaming meteor. One more.
No further.
This one's mine. Flaming meteor.
The enemy is going all out. Lightning. Raging storm. Reload.
This one's mine.
Celestial hammer.
This one's mine. Here it comes. Focus.
On your toes, everyone.
Tiger blade. I'll take you all on.
Now I got used to how to do these arts.
Flare the Malisa.
You still got another party we already used yet, so.
No. I meant being able to use them. I was missing them because I couldn't figure out how to use them. I missed the cards. And for this guy, I'm not very
This one's mine.
Ignite!
Now you see what I can do!
This
Why'd
one's
you heal me?
To stop you dying?
This one's mine. One more. Going in. This one's mine.
Buddy. Oh, he got me. Ooh, that one hurt.
That's it. Healing circle. This one's mine. Flaming meteor.
This one's mine! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
Now you see what I can do!
Look sharp. One more. Flaming meteor.
Oh.
This one's mine. Flaming meteor.
You're mine!
We got him on the run.
Don't get cocky.
Right. Still anyone's fight.
This one's mine. No chance.
Eternal devastation!
Look sharp. Denied. Going in.
I owe you one. Rising Wyvern! Soaring Alpha! Can't get out of this!
The enemy is going all out.
That's it.
I'm ready. Photon blast.
This one's mine. Flaming meteor.
It's gonna attack!
Right.
Tiger blade.
Here. Reload.
Lightning strike!
Going in.
This is looking good.
Flaming meteor.
Lightning
Going in.
Eternal devastation!
Here, let me
On
help.
guard. Take down.
What's up, SJ?
How you doing, SJ?
Going in.
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Swallow Blade!
I never miss.
Demon Fang!
This one's mine.
Almost got it.
You all.
One more. Flaming meteor. Nothing gets by me.
Got it. Wow. I thought he was gonna be harder than the other ones. I didn't have to use any items.
Good job.
Kisara is a freaking beast. How you doing, SJ?
Zola's a beast once you figure out how to
Quite the
use him.
gunslinger.
I have to
Definitely
be.
plan
In
on.
this
I
world.
plan on bringing
Don't
up
worry.
when I go into
I've
the
got
next
your
area.
back.
I'm gonna use some more, so I get the practice with them. Well, those boss fights,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
would
jumping
like-
onto
yeah,
a character I
definitely do
don't
it.
know.
Yeah, get practice
Like,
with him
just
before
to-
you go on to a boss fight.
Yeah, you're like, use them. I'm like, I don't know how to use them. I got boss fights. Use Rimwell, got wrecked. All right. So all 3 bosses done. Alright. Vincent. Ah, that was good.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
I'm doing well, thank you. Just off doing side quests, getting my ass kicked. Finished off 3 of the 4. I can't do the 4th one until later.
Okay.
Getting used to Kasar, and actually I'm kind of liking her. You get those timings down, it's just block, smack. Now if there's an item to increase focus on me, that'd be great. She's what I wanted in all the other Tales games. A freaking tank. Increases attack, elemental attack after guarding. Very nice. What does that full thing give me? Lion's Howl. Does stomp on an enemy and hits them with the Lion's Spirit. Stronger if activated while guarding. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like that. Strengthen guard ignition. Melee after blocking an enemy attack makes guard ignition move deal more damage and harder to interrupt. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna finish this one off. Use your party over. Oh, it does all of them? Party members trigger over limit when damaged by an attack? Wow. Yeah, well, I'm cool with this. Wow, okay. Increase crit damage is good. Want to be able to do that. Oh, so much to do, so much to do, so much do I don't know what I want. We'll go after that one. She's better at keeping aggro at least, indeed. I haven't tried, how do you say his name? Dahalim?
Dohalim.
Dohalim. I haven't tried him yet because I went straight into boss battles. But Kasar, I'm really liking. Definitely takes some practice, but once you get the fights down and the timing, it's great. All right, what do we got? AG restored upon enemy defeats. I like that. So it should be close to getting 1 mastered. Winner corruption. That will give her another attack. And what's that one? Art casting mobility. Attack 30, so we need 15, 40 for that one. That one was, but we're gonna get it, so it finishes off that. Yes. And he has 8 something, any kind of other heals, perfect evade, stats, easier perfect evade, catapults, staff strike. 10 hit boost gauge increase, raises the boost gauge every 10 hit during combo. So tough. I guess we'll give him catapult. And we'll do that one. And then we'll do that one next. Okay. Works for me. So yeah, now I gotta make him my main lead before I forget that. We'll bring him instead of Shion for now. Make him my main thing. And then we need to go recover. I did that. Vincent and yes. I like that they don't charge you for the end for that. Oh, I got a pancake recipe. Oh wait, no. You get the pancake recipe after you turn that last.
Always good to be
Now
back
that
in
you've done most of
familiar
those quests,
territory.
you can actually go out the other way.
Yep. Yes. Too bad I don't have any
You gotta
CD.
catch that fish.
Yeah, the extra experience would be nice. Let's see, something I have a lot of. Yeah, we can do apple pie.
Apple pie, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. That would have been good for those monsters, considering
Good food
elemental
is the
damage.
best kind of magic.
You know what? I wasn't paying attention to my timer. It says, was busy this past week, so couldn't really get on. No worries. I appreciate you stopping in, SJ. So, did you enjoy Soylent Green Lake? Soylent Green Lake? I don't think I've been there, have I? I'm not familiar with the Soylent Green Lake. Oh, wait, whoa. You mean like leading into like the puddle of human remains? Let's see, got that. You can also find verbena in the northwest corner of the field, as well as some other ingredients in the ore. Already got that. Once you're ready to head off to Mahag Saar. Is that what you meant by the Soylent Green Lake? It's creepy. I kind of like, can I go in? Can I fish in it?
No.
Oh, it's an old movie? Oh, was she talking to you about that movie or something when I was gone? I don't know.
No, she was talking about the human. They were talking about the. They were talking about the lake, the thing in the quarry.
About making humans into Soylent Green. Oh. It's an old movie? I gotta check that out real quick. Hold on. I don't know! So sorry. So there's an actual movie called that?
Called
oh
what?
God, there is.
Yeah,
Soylent
there's a movie.
Green is, well, it's not even that old. While the book refers to Soylent steaks made from soy and lentil, it makes no reference to Soylent Green, processed food rations depicted in the film. It's 1973. That was all they did. 3 movie. A nightmare futuristic fantasy about the controlling power of big corporations and the innocent cop who stumbles upon the truth. Oh, okay. I might have to go watch that. I'm gonna keep that up. I'm curious. It's like, I might have to get the reference then. Alright, so let's do this. Off to the new area.
Oh, goody.
Alright, where is this new area anyways?
If you need to buy any items, you can do that there too.
I think I'm alright right now. Didn't use too many items on my second tries. So
You should be good to go on quests, though. You should be caught up on all your quests. Except for the ones you can't complete yet because you don't have the stuff. So.
It's infamous because the trailer gives away the entire movie. Wow, let's not watch the trailer.
Yeah, don't watch the trailer there.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
We did fly with
That's
the wind.
the dumbest line you could ever add to a game of fast travel.
It makes no sense.
So, do the proper send-off here. And away we go.
I wonder what we'll find out there this time.
Most likely Zoogles, I would reckon.
I mean, other than them.
Alright. So.
Mahag Saar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
Corners.
I wonder what kind of lord
Make
we're
sure
gonna
you
find
try to
there.
go. Make sure you try to go to Owl
They
Forest
try to get in
eventually
our
too.
way.
Oh yeah.
Take them down and that'll be that.
Heading to what am I going to? Something Saar.
Going to Magasara. He's going to fight. He's going toward the.
We just finished off the recent Lord.
Yeah, he's. Well, Dohalim's really not. Yeah, Dohalim's in your party now.
Yeah, I have all my members
Go
now.
no further.
All right, so. Oh wow! First move get hit. All right.
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
Kind of a castle.
They rush you. You gotta just recover.
He cast a lot of earth art.
Elusive deity. Tornado drive.
Gale force.
Ha. Take this. This one's
Take
mine.
that. Haha! Take this. Haha! Who you? I'm a magic caster. Prophone tornado.
Elusive deity.
Shit. Oh, I think I just went blue.
Didn't even break a sweat.
All right. Northwest
Oh,
corner.
you're getting ready to unlock the fishing.
Ooh, fishy.
Uh-oh. There must be a
What
is this?
There's an out somewhere.
Yeah, make sure. Let's see, corner of the map. Here, down in man, the southeast corner of the map. Wait, what? Oh, I read that part. Hold on. I have to go back down. Ah, here we go. So we got the red jasmine. And then make your way south while looking over at the wall. Just spot an owl. Hey, look, owl.
Oh, I see it.
What? No.
He's up there at the top.
Yeah, there it goes. It says I couldn't examine. Devil tail. Was also a difficult boss fight for me. He was.
Maybe something's
Whoa,
going
hi.
on.
Yeah,
in the
don't
forest.
believe it's not easy, man.
Yeah, he was not an easy fight. I mean, his big attack was kind of easy to dodge.
Wait till you see his boost strike.
Let the marksman handle this. We managed to turn the tide.
For now. But things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better stay alert.
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara.
Does it hurt? Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
Stalagmites.
Tornado drop.
Magic is out.
In an instant.
Yes! Impact cross!
Smack. So
Everybody
It
okay?
reminds me of Crow. It reminds me so much of Crow. I swear to God.
Really cool.
It's like, you know, Crow is all about the cross. You know, it's like cross.
It does. It does. It really does remind you a lot of Crow's little.
Yeah, it's like.
Oh, I gotta stop taking it.
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over.
Resonate with the earth.
Who said anything about letting off?
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Stalagmite.
Does it hurt?
Does it hurt?
A little bit.
A victory for the ages.
All right.
Go off to your left.
You can now continue
There's a fishing
north to
spot over
trigger
there.
Scene.
Yep.
Well, okay, I guess I'll just go that way. Is it someone
You're
dead in the
about to
middle of the
trigger
road?
the fishing
Let's check
scene.
out the water.
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and eyes.
Fishing
Oh,
time.
here we go.
Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here,
Oh,
let me
God,
show you
here
how
we
to-
So
go.
mockingly says that. Oh, you must not be. Yeah, you must be new. Various fishing spots scattered around the yada yada yada. These fish can be used for cooking, sold as gold, or even unlock new titles. Fishing consists of 4 steps: casting a line, luring the fish, hooking them, and then reeling them in. For more information about these steps, consult the fishing control topics. Unless you're rednecks and you enjoy noodling.
Oh, God, Lord, here we go.
Everything
Vince is
looks
going to
good.
try
Just
fishing
just
for the very
rip it
first
right out of the
time.
water.
Let's do this.
Okay, so
Good luck.
cast, select lure. Obviously, I'm only going to have one.
Now, if you look at the
The hell's
buttons,
this?
you have to hit those buttons to catch the fish.
So you had to hit those specific ones.
Yes.
How do I know what fish it is?
I hope we catch something decent.
Indeed. Hungry bellies are counting on this.
Well, the beginner one, you can probably catch the bass fish, which is XX.
XX. Okay, we'll try that
Mm-hmm. Okay.
one. So
This took me a while to
what
get
do you think
used
about
to
that
because
spot?
after
Good
playing
idea.
Trails of
I'll go
Cold
for that
Steel,
one.
yeah.
going to this fishing,
All right. So reel in.
now hit the
soft
X button.
shake.
Hit the X. Hit it. It's like in the swimming. You have to hit it in the
Oh.
middle there. There you go.
I've got
R2. R2 again.
Oh, I see. It's all timing.
Yeah, it's all timing.
All right, Noctis.
Yeah, I know, right?
I get
Good
it.
job.
Hey, I got it. I don't like this.
You got it.
Anybody could reel in that.
I wasn't
You
pushing
sure know what
XX or
you're doing.
anything. I'm just like, when the hell does that XX thing come in?
I don't know. Well, certain fish you have to hit certain buttons, so.
I got all the fit. I'm playing on it. So you don't lose anything? Okay, so what's that over there? I saw a little puppy.
But you have to have certain. I don't know how many lures you've got. So certain lures catch certain fish. So
Oh, so you
There's a
gotta be
nice
quick
breeze here.
with the bubble.
I caught all the fish in this game too. So when you see a goal lot up, that's when you gotta go. There you go. You have to hit XX in the middle or in whatever one you want to catch. Oh, fishing in Cold Steel 2 and first 2 Cold Steel games were a pain in the ass.
Such
That's a
a
bit of a letdown.
pain.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish.
Spamming to the button.
I know what the button mashing's for. When you're doing the circle at the top where it has the timing, that's when you hit the certain buttons or the certain fish.
Like when I'm supposed to hit R2.
No, not when you hit R2, but when you hit
Everything looks fine with the lure. All right.
when you get
let's
when
do
you
this.
go in the go back to your lures shit. How many do you have another lure you can use, or is that the only one you got?
It's probably the only one I got.
Okay. That's why you can only catch
Where
the
should
bass
I
fish,
cast
because if
my
you look at that
line?
lure, it'll tell you what you can catch. Click on that. See, it says
Oh,
the bass.
okay. So I need other lure to catch, so I can only catch the bass here. Okay.
So you gotta have a different lure to cut to do the other fish. So you can only catch
Now,
the
where
bass
might
fish right
those
now.
fish be?
Okay. So
So hit X to do the fish, to trigger it. There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Okay. Almost got away.
There's a guy.
Anybody
There's a
could
guy
reel in that.
standing by the dock,
Not too
by the
shabby,
pier.
friend.
That might give you a. Once you catch a certain number of fish, he'll give you another lure.
I've got something.
Oh, L1?
Yeah, it'll switch up on you.
Oh, I failed one.
Anybody could
Oh,
reel
I
in
still
that.
caught it?
Not too shabby,
You still
friend.
got it though.
I guess I just had to wear down its stamina.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, me too.
All
It
about
made it so
timing.
much easier. All right, that's good enough.
Notice the time passes
that's all
through
there is
by
to
that
it.
way too.
Oh, okay.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me.
That's
Definitely
because
reminds me
Kasara
of,
is the only one that fishes in the group.
Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go
It
fishing.
must hurt Noctis so much to say this.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. and some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
That'll be good.
Yup.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So,
You know
if
those
you ever
fishing
feel like
spots
fishing
you
when we've
found
got
like
a little
earlier in the
downtime, just
game,
let me
you can
know.
now go back to those and fish.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
We definitely will.
Okay!
Maybe I'll make that the first step of the adventure if we're not like at a boss fight, and then we'll make sure to go catch what fish we can and get more. Hey, look, you've running away for a rod. Yes. Uh-huh. Fishing expert. Oh. Already got those. An invitation to fish.
Quest complete.
Alright. Skilled angler.
Yep.
That's a very interesting thing.
No, it fits her. It fits her T.
Discharge. Earth-based. Mid-air evasion. KO. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Easier over limits. You get elemental defense. Alright.
Yeah, once you start catching a bunch of fish,
What about it?
make sure you look at the shops for lures, for different lures, because you can buy them at shops.
Okay. Alright. So we're running this way.
Dude, now it's nighttime.
For time's sake. Oh, look.
There's a guy laying on the ground.
Trick is to cast a line, lower line, fish, hooking line, yada yada. You can view every available fish at the fish shop. Oh, really? As well as the correct button combination to attract them to the lure. And the select rod lure mean while fishing. Okay. Once you've successfully lured a fish in, yada yada yada. Reeling them in, yada yada yada. We already did all that. Once you've completed it, depleted the bar over the fish's head, you successfully catch it. After catching it, at least one fish, exit the fishing menu, trigger the scene, yada yada yada. Continue north the road, obtain the... Okay. There we go.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Lifesaver. Now I can get back to my miss. Sorry, forgot Facebook. Carry on, don't mind me. Inventory shield? Oh,
I'm
yeah,
always
great.
amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
Thanks. I just literally bought what? Something for her. Yeah, it would be weaker. Okay.
Judging by the stench.
Gesundheit.
Okay.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey, though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She
Hey,
really
Xian.
doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise.
No,
It
Zoe,
sort
sit
of
down.
came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it.
Philippines.
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he
Good
means is that
companion.
he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically,
hold on.
if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
All right, Zoe, let me get you up here because you just meow, meow, meow. There she is.
Hi, Zoe.
Ah, you rat.
Meow.
All right. Said there was one more skit.
Well, obviously, well, apparently you've already got it, or you've already done it.
No, it says the.
Well, you gotta walk a little bit, I don't know.
To, partake in combat, which I already did. But... All right, and then we get the rest, and we get some new stuff.
New stuff.
Yes.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, Law?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
No. Yeah, Law, Kirsa, Dohalim. Oh, we already watched One Big Happy Family. Come on, go away. Go watch. That's what you.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever.
That we stop.
Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was
well,
less
you.
interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions.
Being mauled by a cat.
Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening
up,
pain
Lo?
and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way.
Close the door. Doing okay, friend furnace. Doing my friend. Oh, I was like a friend furnace. And my rental sucks, but I got it figured out. It was a few years, so it could be worse. Well, I'm glad you got it fixed, buddy.
We'd best get ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, that's good.
So we got lots of stuff that's happening. And another skit that's supposed to happen.
Shall we get moving?
Sure. Apple gel.
Ooh, orange bill.
Yep. I'm at 9. I'll hold off for now.
You're good on those, though.
Yep. We're gonna buy one more life bottle. Used a lot. I was at 9. One's good. It needs a stock of 5.
And Tails is treating him pretty decent.
Upgrade.
Always check your upgrade. Always check for upgrades.
Upgrade. Looking good. All right. I burned 2,000 calories today. I left my food in the oven for too long. It's a wonderful game. I love it.
Oh, God.
What concert costs?
Hello,
45 cents?
Ichigo. How
50
are
cents
you?
featuring Nickelback.
Hi, kitty. Come
That
here. What you doing,
Okay,
Ichigo?
so let's go.
Did we
to
really
the
just
new
spend that much
area.
money?
Hey, buddy. How are you? Hi. How are you
I'm
doing?
not a kitty cuddle. She's getting kitty cuddle.
Hi,
I'm getting
Ichigo.
kitty
Something
cuddle.
feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Ichigo, what's up? Are you excited
I
for all
just
the
noticed
noise
none
that's
of you
going to
other
happen
Daemons have
tomorrow?
spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danon slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the
So how's your
soldiers.
day going, love?
Because of my
Besides the
mask and all.
furnace.
What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renin doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danon, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world,
Gift
I think
sub,
it's only fair
the
that the
gift
ones
sub
who
channel
need
point
it should be
redeemed
the
that I
ones
totally
to
forgot
perform
I
the
actually
work.
had on my
However,
gift, on my channel
when doing
sub.
so
I was like,
could be dangerous like it is
oh, I
here.
totally forgot that
There
was
are many
there.
who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
And the funny thing is, the person
what
that
you're saying
redeemed
is
it,
that people will...
I just did a gift sub, and it, you know how it just automatically gives somebody the gift sub. It gave the person that did their channel points, they got a gift sub.
That's pretty cool.
Yay.
It was kind of ironic. I told them, I said that was not planned. That was not a planned thing. That was just a random thing. Because they're like, just give it to whoever. It doesn't matter. And it went to them instead.
Pretty random, Zoe.
Yuck. You, Zoe Snot. All right, back to the game.
Just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to
Very
fix
good.
it for them?
Indeed, And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Alright, no more skits. Alright, what we got here?
I'm gonna watch Vitz fight a bunch of stuff.
Alright, ooh.
Oh, I see a flying thing.
Big birds.
Big birdies.
Gotta break through! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
So cute. Come on down.
I'll face you!
Go.
I'm so good with airborne
You're good, Ichigo. I love you.
Flying freaks! Why can't they just stand still?
Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done. Into the wind! Air thrust!
Can you take it?
Photon raging cascade!
Resonate with the earth!
I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar!
Dead bird.
That's what happens when I go all out.
Poodle's proud of you too.
Wait, you can understand him?
Come at me, bird.
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
Resonate with the earth!
Use cake.
Hey, kind of take it.
My step. Into the wind! Air thrust!
Pesky airborne.
No, no, they're actually out.
Oh, WrestleMania. You can look at Lion. Let's see, what does Lionheart do?
I think it boosts his recovery, but it takes CP, so I'm not using that one. Regenerate probably the better one. I think that's 16, 24. Regenerate probably be a lot better than heal. If I'm not using it.
I think he has a couple aerial attacks. I think he has some more aerial attacks you can get.
Yeah, I'm sure. Right now he only has Tornado Drive.
Yeah.
Takes 2 HP. Just air pressure. 3 HP demonstrate. Let's try that one. Let's see. Elusive. Throws a whirling rod. Ranged. Let's try that.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Raging cascade!
Finish it!
Into the wind! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Hey, Kitty, okay?
Good to know my training's paying off.
And what, pray tell, does this training of yours entail?
Why? Interested in joining me?
Playing with the big boys now. I didn't get the other skit for having him fight. Oh well. This is a pain. Why can't this Zugo stand still?
All right.
What do you mean stand still? They haven't moved. Perhaps it's time to deploy my secret weapon. I'll stop it right where it stands. Oh, time for it to
His
work.
secret weapon. Oh, you get to do a tutorial with him.
Boost attack. Withdraw dummies. Feature it's near enemies. Effective fleet-footed enemies.
There's nowhere to run from my arc. When he slows down, that's our chance. Leave the agile ones to me.
Hit 2 fast enemies with
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me.
There you go.
Regenerate.
I owe you one.
Thank you for that.
Let's get back in here.
you gotta be closer.
You require a hand. Can't get out of this.
Alright.
Going in.
Prepare to be sealed.
Guess you gotta do it while they're
In a bind.
Yeah, there you just kill him.
Faster moves like wolves or monkeys appear. Sindalahan. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Dahalim. His boost attacks will nullify their evasive abilities and keep them from dodging attacks.
Pretty much his boost attack can prevent them from like evading your, dodging and evading and stuff. It's really good.
Get down.
Get on in there with the others. You're mine. Raging storm. Up and at 'em. Let's go.
What's a shot? Hurricane
Cyclone.
On your
Make it rain!
air pressure!
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning orb. Lightning condensed. Hurricane foot.
Look sharp!
Can't get out of this!
Here I come!
Make it rain. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Okay.
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
300
And yet
years
here
ago.
I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Wow, Betty.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding
Yeah,
it in
well,
your hands like
call
this,
Logan Paul.
One can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
Crocodile Crusher. Got ads, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and run that real quick. Artifacts confer special effects simply by having them, some which serve as bonuses that can enjoy after clearing the game. You can toggle each of these on and off from the artifact and effect list. Okay. You can now set 6 additional arts. Oh, nice.
Yay, more arts.
So now I was like, can I have something here? L2 with those. Okay. The treasure hunter.
Oh yeah, you gotta. If you collect a lot of the artifacts, they give you shit. Trust me, you want to check those out.
Oh yeah, I definitely will. That's. I was looking at some of them. There's one that like boosts my experience. I was like, yes, that's what I want. All right.
That treasure.
Yeah, the artifacts are really
What a
good.
Sweet sounding
So
ring
they're
it
passively
has.
equipped.
You really think so? We're still standing. Barely.
Go if you want to know what the artifacts are. You go into Field Guide, go to artifacts.
Squishy notes. Art set +1. So
Okay,
they are
that unlocks your your other arts, and then there's more artifacts that you collect along the way.
This one. So they're passively equipped. That's cool. Okay. Let's see. So now that I can do that, I can actually go my arts. And then have that. How do I? There we go. So help art L2. Okay. So beautiful, 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 beautiful. So I can set all my healing for L2. And set my attacks. Nice. Very nice. Alright, so down that way, we go this way. Time to explore.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Bullets don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any
Oh,
of
I
us
see a shiny
guardsmen.
you missed.
Yeah, that. I saw the rock.
No. Oh, well, yeah, over there.
Where? Over here? I haven't gone the other side yet.
No, I was talking about over there.
Yeah, I haven't gone over here yet.
Oh,
I was about
okay,
to
never
go
mind.
H gel. Fight me. Fight me.
Oh, God. Jump in the air and fight me!
Negative gate.
This one's mine.
Suck him in.
Sleep now.
Yeah, it sucked him up.
Nice.
Negative gate.
Move that ice heating because you couldn't use it on
Air pressure.
there. Right.
Yep.
Can you
Get behind me!
on your knees?
Going in!
Air pressure.
I can't get to go.
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over.
Who said anything about letting off?
Make it rain.
Astral energy.
Say no more. Shut.
Well done.
Rising wyvern.
Definitely hard to hit. Boy.
Catapult. Rising
Hurricane spike!
Alright, that takes some.
So I still had room to grow.
Is that shame?
Oh, yeah, go in there. Ooh.
Well. It's scary!
Oh,
It's scary, they're gonna eat me!
it's coming to get you. It's coming after you.
coming through. In a bind.
Radiant storm.
On your knees.
Celestial Rush. We'll quit trying to keep up with the wall.
Catapult.
We
got fire.
I've got this.
Okay, cat.
Let a marksman handle it.
All yours. Shine. Radiant light. Force of regeneration. Regenerate. Too fast. Stand back. I'll trip it up. Wind. Burn. Begin. Take this. On
I get to go. I see you over there, buddy.
That's it.
You made me angry. That was a bad.
Uh-oh.
Their arms were interrupted.
Oh,
This one's mine.
Sonic thrust.
Benediction light.
Arctic waterfall.
Heal.
aye.
We managed to pull through.
Yes, come on, buddy.
Let's see what you've got. Benediction
It's a
light.
duel of the arts.
Wind. We did it.
Raging
I'll
storm.
face you.
Far enough.
Have this. Do it.
Dance in the wind.
Prepare to be sealed. Actually, found is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Air pressure. Finish it.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
I mean, that's, you know, takes a lot of healing. People take too many hits.
Looks like we won.
Alright, what do we got? Money.
7,300 gall.
I'll take it. Butterflies. No, maybe that way. Each way.
It's so hilly
Up the
around
hill.
here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah, We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't messing around.
Stamina. Fight me!
Go no further!
Going in! Take this!
Feel force!
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate! Allow me to help you.
Lightning condemned! Thunder!
Benediction light. Heal!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
This one!
Can you take it? Does it hurt? On your knees!
On your knees.
Astral energy!
Man, you keep doing the same old boost strikes. Now it's like
Hey,
waiting
I
for
hit
the
up,
new
it
ones.
changes all the time.
Well, if you're controlling Dohaline, just hit the arrow button to either Kassar or somebody.
Well,
This to make for some good weapon
like I
crafting
said,
material.
even if when I hit up, it changes the people. It's just random, I guess. My first
What's up,
reaction is
cat?
to hit the top button.
No choice.
Thank you, cat.
Negative get in a bind.
That's it! Far enough!
Rising
Let's
Phoenix.
get you all tucked away! Where are you going?
I can carve through armor. Try hard. Look on your knees. The enemy feels us too.
We can see about that!
Alpha, in an instant.
Oh yeah.
We work well
Oh
together.
yeah.
Finally timed waltz.
That one never gets old.
Begin. Does it hurt? On your knees.
On your knees.
Finish it. Kisara. All yours, Kisara.
What?
Oh, that's so cool.
Looks like it could be worth something.
You okay, cat? What you doing, buddy? Yeah, we're gonna have people come over tomorrow and make lots of noise.
Hey, what do you...
A lot of them.
We're in for a long slog with this one.
Everlasting darkness.
Mind if I do?
Burn in hell. Second into everlasting darkness. Ready and ready.
Hurricane flow!
On your
This one's mine! In here!
This battle theme never gets old.
In an instant. Impact cross. We work
Say
well
it
together.
down.
Impact cross.
Finally timed waltz. Can you take it?
Get out there with the others!
Alpha needs healing. He's gonna die.
Heal.
There you go.
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
Now, no displays here. Scarlet Inferno.
Way to reduce the amount of kids and cast hearts.
We managed to
The
turn
gun
the
stuff.
tide!
What effect of that?
But things could shift at a moment's
You
notice.
should actually check out. Well, you hadn't got Dohaline. You haven't seen Dohaline's Mystic Art yet.
I'll smash you.
Haven't seen those yet?
He ain't got over. He hasn't got Overlimit yet.
On your knees. Rising sun. Look sharp. One more.
Make it break!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around!
Radiant Genesis is good too.
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Hey, I'm up. Kasai. All pulverizing hammer. Nice. Attack 50. What unlocked that one? Manuel and Dolan. I can never say his name right. Boreard were mostly out of my party. Yeah, I'm just practicing with them.
I'm in good form. I'll crush any enemy with
I
my
used
mace.
everybody because that way when you have to use them, you can.
Truly, she leaves naught but rubble in her wake.
Are you guys asking to be her next target?
Stone Lake Mantle.
Nice.
Like mantle? Oh, yeah.
Still got a ways to go.
I gotta lose my boof buff. It's gotta
Oh
go.
wait, I try to use everybody so I can see all their stuff.
I'll eventually go back to like a set crew. But for now, we're having fun and learning. Ugh, it's awful. I have no idea where I'm going. Let's see. Got the Stonewick Mantle. It says backtrack and continue south, reach the ruins of a village, and then search the northeast corner for red sage. Okay.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
East corner. This way. I found the rise.
What is this?
It's red sage. Here's some good cooking.
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
Alright, what do you want? You want a treat?
Air pressure! Benediction light. Heal!
Raging campaign!
Sleep now.
Anything in armor is all mine! Regenerate!
You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
Air pressure!
I'll take you all off! Ha! Flare demolisher!
I like to see his mystic art.
Negative gate! On your knees!
Alright, Cat, last treat. Here we go, one more.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job.
I'm practically unstoppable.
I sure built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Saar's just up ahead then?
Indeed.
That's a dead end. That's where I want to go.
If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
Alright, let's do... No. Edit. Bring Shion for a little bit. Let's switch you long. Actually, I kind of want to see his combination. But
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I had to guess, it probably served as some kind of shrine.
So still a house, in a sense. Just...
yep, I'm trying to avoid combat.
Is this a joke? On your
Another incantation going.
That's it to me.
Don't mind if I do!
I can carve through armor!
They're surrounding us!
On your knees!
On your
This one's not
Going in! Hurricane strike!
Benediction light.
Do it! On your knees!
Oh, I missed it.
Air pressure!
The tide of battle has turned in our favor.
Then let's keep pressing the attack!
Indeed, but remain ever vigilant.
No further! I'll face you! Hurricane shell! On guard! Eagle assault!
Oh, well.
Any injuries?
Just that guy. Raging Stormbeak. My. This place is huge. Okay, there's a chest there, so we gotta go around. I have to use an item to get my peach gel up. Alright. I got 15. Nope, wrong one. I still need to do one of those. Let's do. Yeah, we'll use one of them. Let's do this. No. Let's make him my main guy. We'll see what we can do for him a little bit.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Now you see what I can do!
I'll run you through! Eagle Drive! I'm like bait to them!
I gotta set up
Eagle Drive! Hurricane of deity!
Yep.
I'll run you through! Block it!
I'll take you all on!
Kill them all! We gotta set up his extra arts.
Flares of Malachor!
What a relief! Eat this! Look sharp! Take that! Eat this!
I had a really good dinner tonight.
Turned in our favor.
Then let's keep pressing the attack!
Indeed, but remain ever vigilant.
You're too slow! That's enough!
Heal! Thanks, Shion. This one's mine!
First strike!
Look sharp! Hurricane!
Negative gate! I'm on it!
No! Get him!
I'm on it!
Get it!
I'm ready!
Yeah, that's what I wanted to see.
Blow them away!
Yay, I got to see it.
I feel sprightly.
Sprightly. Alright. Nope. Alright, so. Come on. Eagle Drive. Glimmer Dragon. Eagle Assault. Death Mesa. Good enough. Alright, what else we got here? Dragon Shot. Talon. Hurricane, I think we're already using. Yes. Swallow Dance. Earth Base. Base. We'll try that. But, since I have everyone here, let's do... kind of like having a tank. Go back to using her. Wait. No. Means I have to set her up now, too. Oh, my. Alright, Swallow Flights. Let's go Discharge. Classic thing. Celestial Hammer. I'll just use all the big ones. Cyclone. Alright, so what do we got? Air Thrust, Spread. What other things we have? Thunderfield. Tempest Whirl. Some of the Cyclone. Any other water damage? Yes. Oh, super strong. And lightning-based damage in here. Thunderfield. And we'll do Spread. Air Thrust. Hold on, Flash. I'll try that. Alright.
Than before.
Shion does better healing than I do. So I'm like, ah, fuck, they're dying. My main issue with Dilem is that he's not as good as Shion with healing. I agree. I like his regen. Alright. Get away!
Here, let me help. In here. First aid. Get on fire with Take go in. Take this. Dragon War. Up and at 'em. Let's go. Purge Millennium. Big waterfall. Freeze.
Oh, he took a smack hit for that one.
Healing circle.
Thank you. Hey there. See that you don't get in trouble again.
Tornado. Dance in the wind. Air thrust. Here's a healing arm. Dance in the wind. Air ready.
On guard!
Oh, he ain't get a hit.
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep.
I usually don't mind doing healing arts, but I don't know. It's really hard to focus with healing on this game. I'm trying to tag and heal.
Right, here goes!
No.
Going in. Shiny supernova. More of that
This one's mine! Come one, come all!
Here's a healing arm.
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over!
Who said anything about letting off?
Things are moving a mile a second. It's hard to focus on what it is. So that's
Yep.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Sub-Zero confinements.
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
See, like I pushed up for that one. And it did that one. Weird. Sometimes I ran.
Don't get careless.
I guess if I pick the person, I guess I don't know. Open the chest. Stonewig Mage. I wonder who that could be. I like it.
Line of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
Alright. Must continue to explore. Yeah. I went through a lot playing with Dahalim. God, I can never remember his name. But it's okay. Alright. So, where to now? On the west side of the area, check in between some buildings and find a peach gel. And then head to the south side of the hole to drop down to find an orange gel. All the experience I can get.
I'll do my best!
Raging cascade.
Where's the shot?
Alone. Now let's do it.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
It's gotta fade.
You made short work of that one.
I'm sorry. Having trouble keeping up?
Oh, I'm right behind you.
You're spicier than you look.
Can't change the future.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
I'm gonna save. Alright, so that's a melee. I wish I told you if it was range or how close you had to be for that. So that's gonna be Tempest Whirl. No, stop that. What's my other air one? Air thrust. force gale. Detonate a pocket of compressed air right in front of him. So air thrust. Phrasing I like because it's range. Thunderfield, it's okay. It's pretty close range, so I think we're going to set that. Alright, and what other one's a close range? Tearing it open. Thunderblade, Thunderfield, but I go back to Thunderblade. Where are you? And then Thunderfield, Air Thrust, which is another ice one. Should have another ice one. Water ice, water ice. I don't. Oh, I don't know what to use. Too many skills. Look at spread.
This calls for a celebratory drink.
No. No drinking. Alright, there's the beach jail on the west side. And I don't want to go that way, but I have to go. You're a big bird. Fight me!
Hi, Hoodle. I'll heal you all. Hurricane Seal.
Okay,
More for the stockpile. Look, I can do this all day.
right here. I got it.
Here I go. Malevolent. I'm almost dead. Waterfall. In here. More for the stockpile. The water hits magic is down. Tidal wave. I'm all stocked up.
Whoa, tidal wave looks cool! Oh my god, it's so cool! Oh, so much damage!
Purge Malevolent. Arctic. Don't mind if I do. Purge Malevolent. Freeze Lancer. Arctic Waterfall. Freeze Lancer. I can do this all day.
We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Now you're gonna no time to hold back.
Magna, dance in the wind. Air thrust.
Look sharp. You're mine. It's over.
This one's mine.
We did it.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
I think I'm getting stronger.
We're all getting stronger.
Less talking, more pummeling. Mm-hmm.
Less, more pew pew. Less, yeah.
Hoodle?
That'll snap it and heal.
Ouch.
There's a hoodle. There's a hoodle around here. Yeah, it's coming up. Wanna play him?
Glacial Spear. Pierce evil.
Raging Cascade. Sleep now. Here's going on. I'll be
Kinda like
saving this one. Lots of magic. Tidal wave.
Tidal wave. This is so cool and it's such a wide ass range.
Spear. Pierce evil. So those are Dan and Astral Arts.
Something you want to say?
Not so long as you keep them pointed toward the enemy.
Lightning is down.
Going in.
Thunder. Tiger blade. Here goes. Do it.
This one's
Shining supernova.
Destruction. Crush.
I've used a bit too much healing.
Yes, we're well aware of this. You're just gonna have to suck it up.
And don't forget the shiny
Oh, I
thing.
don't want to fall down there.
There's a ladder.
I just wanted to look at it. All right, here we go.
It's right there in front of you.
Anybody see that?
Let's see how that. All right. And else around here, into the tunnel we go. All right. I don't want to, but we're gonna have to. When's Jill? Fight me, yo.
I'll do my best. Raging Cascade.
Glacial Spear.
I'll take you all on.
Sleep now. Freeze blade. Nothing is dream. Tiger blade. Purge Malevolent.
Glacial Spear.
Pierce evil. Freeze Lancer. Now Freeze Lancer. Air thrust. Here goes. Healing circle.
Dazzle.
Lightning condemned! Thunder blade! Now we will expect...
Hey, ow!
Here goes! First aid!
Thank you. I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over.
Who said anything about letting off?
This go get him!
Rising water!
Celestial order!
Mirage! Dragon swarm! Pierce through!
Hurricane strike! This go get him!
There's a lot of wind going on there.
Go get him!
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Lunar Rungo!
Lightning condemned! Do it!
Look sharp.
Law! Demon's descent!
Flashing fang!
Here goes!
You're mine!
Hurricane strike!
Look sharp.
Lightning condemned! Annihilation!
Lightning strike!
Flame of fury! Arctic waterfall!
Looks like we won.
That way and right. Anything in here? Nope. Down we go. Oh look, more healing. I think Dohalim should Tempest Stone. Heal people too. That's it. What the fuck are you doing down there, buddy? Alright, 2 ledges south since Red Sage, Stone Break on the west side, got that. And then head to the south side and drop down to find a ranch job. There are 2 ledges to the south, but since the western one is a bit higher and leads to a dead end with a Dahan yep, we already got that. You can now drop off to the east, continue down the mountain, trigger some cutscenes. Yay! But I kind of want to go that way. But we won't. Alright, let's go back over here.
Now go down
Snap an
there.
ankle!
There!
No, you're supposed to fall flat on your
You
face.
stuck that landing.
Yeah. You were supposed to fall! Cutscene time. I definitely missed some,
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
Not
Huh?
obvious, huh?
So I've missed some.
Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant.
Oh, maybe
However, I
already
am
watched
going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Jeez,
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
Oh,
What do you
God.
mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
yeah, that's bad.
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it, buddy? No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renin, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm
Told
sure
you
no one
Kasara would
doubts
be the
that.
mom of the group.
Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Wow, it's deep. Listening manners.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed.
Oh god.
To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out.
Oh,
If
God.
you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
No. No, he's not.
Alright. Down we go.
Here we go.
Save. Save. I haven't saved.
Oh, is this? Oh no.
Just having a meltdown.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
That was nice of
I
him.
second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Saar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
Oh.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Oh man.
Oh, no manners. No. He's lawless.
Oh shit.
Dun, 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 dun,
Oh my
dun,
god, I forgot about this
Sephiroth.
part.
Been looking for you.
What do you mean been looking for me?
Me, why?
He's your daddy.
No, he's not your daddy.
Went right through the damn shield.
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What
That is all I
this one?
desire.
No, leave me alone!
Why are we fighting?
Ah, it's gonna eat me! Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone! I'm a caster, leave me alone! I don't want to be eaten!
Who the hell are you?
You can't touch me!
Bastard!
Oh my god. This hit him.
I am!
It's unbelievable.
Everyone else is hating him, I'm scared! Right away! Ow! Look, see? I don't have to run away. Hey, look, I have OCD.
Entertain me.
Yes, please. See, everyone else can hit him just fine. I'm just gonna keep running and smack. Leave me alone! Leave him
I don't do
alone!
any damage to them either.
Finally gonna cast. You're finally coming after my ass. Leave me alone!
Entertain me.
You're too fast! Pour in! Hey, ow! Damn it.
Okay, here I go. You paid for that.
I'll bring you back from death.
Scary.
Oh my god, this fight. Holy Jesus.
Ah.
Bring you back from death's abyss.
You're mine.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Rising
I'll bring you
Wyvern.
back from death's abyss.
Dead.
Resuscitation.
Fall.
There, got you.
What? You just stop.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
He really only does like
Okay.
3 attacks, but he's so fucking fast.
I'll heal you all.
I have to train harder.
Rising Wyvern.
And just like that, I'm back in it. Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done.
Take this. Rising Wyvern.
Waterfall. Sleep now.
Eat dirt.
Show me your strength.
It's weekend.
Oh boy.
Fast is just crushing.
Lightning can take this. Here's
Oh, get your ass in here. Punch his ass! Oh shit, it's over.
You're not supposed to win it anyway.
I know. Well, I mean, I was really nervous. Every time I was like, no. I didn't think I'd be able to win it.
Oh, this is so cool.
He just... Wow. How strong you gotta be to jump up. Ooh. Wow, he flipped right through the shield.
Yup.
And... Oh, leave Ren alone! No! Don't you feel ashamed? You're kicking a poor little girl. Get him, Moodle! Yeah, good job, Al.
Poodle, aka Toa.
Yeah. Hoodle, hoodle, hoodle. Couldn't do that when I was playing. Just let him come up and have Xion go physically hit him. And let him grab her. Ow.
Is that all that you've got? Very well.
Oh man.
Die.
No daddy. What? All that, and she gets a shot off on him.
Whoa!
Oh, he pissed her off. Swing, swing, swing. Get that blazing sword. Oh shit! Mask. Second half.
A
Yeah.
wretch like you.
Oh!
Oh shit!
He fucking earthed her.
Oh god!
Oh, he snapped.
Yeah, he snapped. You are right on that.
No, Eric, don't die. Can't take another Final Fantasy 7. Eric,
Till next time.
come to awaken me.
Yeah, you'll see him again.
Dick.
Xion, wake up, please.
That freaking guy. I totally forgot about this part.
You said you could heal yourself. Do it.
Thanks, but you're kind of crushing me.
Sorry.
I guess the core protected
It's
her.
okay. And so am I.
Yeah.
He didn't damage the core, did he?
I
Wait.
don't think so.
No scar.
It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
She's immortal.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Oh. He's got memories coming back.
She's your sister! Make it even
Alphen?
worse. Your mom.
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Well.
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I know.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Saar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
Hey.
Got my ass kicked. Missed signals.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
I have this feeling.
Yeah, once you get to where your destination, I think there is a place to
I
rest.
think Hoodle's hungry.
Funny. I could have sworn that was your stomach making all the racket.
Oh god.
Fast travel point. Off to the next area.
Yep.
Nice. Law has a way with women, you know.
Yeah, he does. Oh, look, we're in the, well, what's left of it.
Utter destruction.
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Saar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renins have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened.
Well, this is an interesting
This
place,
is
I will tell you that
horrible.
much.
Is there truly no one here?
Well, we'll have
Oh, you can go to the
explore
owl
next
forest. Have you been to the owl forest recently?
time. Not yet. Oh, we gotta skip. We'll have to do that next time.
All of these ruins look
Okay.
like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renins, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renins here, there should still be some people around.
This debris. Do you think it could be the work of Renin astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened.
Another one. Much more.
Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renins can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shion has got a point. I mean, you don't see Renins like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
Oh, hell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renins!
What?
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
I mean,
I
it's not a
told you
bad
she's
question.
like my mom.
It's literally, he's not going to use them. Can I have them? It's not a bad question to ask. She just hates them.
I tell you right now, I told you Kasara is like a mom of this group.
She's mum. Mum's the word. All right, guys, gotta call it. We'll pick this up tomorrow, 8 p.m. for those that are interested. DJ, thanks for joining in. I will see you guys next time. SJ, appreciate it. Cyber, thanks for hanging out. Loth, always good to see you, buddy. I will see you guys
Later,
tomorrow.
guys.
Later.